Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Gary Godsoe, and welcome to Velocity Online Racing's coverage of Round 2 of Season 4 of the VOR ICONIC Series. As today, we come to you today from the Nashville Superspeedway for the Lovern's Inc. Nashville 175. Joining me in the booth, he's been in and out of cars all afternoon testing this setup to make sure he gets a good feel of it and tell us what to expect for tonight's race or this afternoon's race. Please welcome my regular co-host for these, Kyle Klendworth. Clendy, we have our hands full with a good setup or a bad setup. You tell us.
Well, it was completely dependent on the time of day. My initial reaction was that the setup was going to cause a lot of accidents, but I was doing it in the full sun with the track baking in the heat. It was the same temperature, but the track temperature was made much higher due to the direct sunlight rather than it being dusk like it is in the actual sim. I connected with Julian. He told me that it's at dusk rather than in the daytime. I was able to run some quality laps. It looks like my best time was a 24.5 flat. If the competitors today can do better than that, it will probably be as the track cools down and nighttime continues to creep in as this session grows older and older.
There you see the current conditions on your screen. Track temp is 65. Ambient temp 65. You don't see that very often. Humidity is 55%. Light wind. Wind should not be an issue right now. It is clear, but we will race a little bit into the twilight here at Nashville Superspeedway. 4 sets of tires for the race. 1 on the car and 3 in the pits. 85% fuel, which is approximately about 15.7 gallons or 56 liters in non-freedom units. Track is a 1.33 mile concrete tri-oval. So we are doing 132 laps today for about 175.56 race miles. Pit road speed limit is 45 miles per hour. 150 left to play here in qualifying. We are continuing to watch teams and drivers take time. Liam O'Sullivan just to the top right there, 195.8. Forsyth P2, 195.7. And Lovern, the sponsor of today's race, showing up large here for qualifying, a 195.4, provisionally third spot.
The time I told you that I sat in practice was in race trim. These qualifying times are pretty good. I was able to do a 24 flat, so they're about a tenth better than me with a little more practice, I'm sure.
Get the weather off there. Watching Greg Forsyth take some time out there, try to improve. Here is our defending series champion and the last race winner at Indianapolis, and our current points series, or our current points leader right now, Edson Santos, taking to the racetrack, putting in some time.
There was a development with the Leaner Energy team, not necessarily in the VOR series here, but I know, unfortunately, one of their drivers passed away between our last stop at Indianapolis and here, so I just wanted to reach out condolences to the whole Leaner Energy team. I'm sure they're fighting through it, and they want to see a good result today for their fallen teammate.
Actually, I sent a note to one of their team members. I wanted to learn more about Leaner Energy and what it was, and I had a different idea of what Leaner Energy was versus actually to what it is. It is a solar power energy distribution software. That's what Leaner Energy is. I thought it was like an energy drink. I was going to ask one of the guys from Brazil to actually send me a bottle or can so I could try it sometime, and they're like, no, we're poor energy, not rich energies. So at least they joked about it. Of course, we were just here for real life last weekend in the NTT IndyCar Series, where Colton Herta won in his first IndyCar Oval race to get the win here, and Alex Palou secured his third series championship. We might talk a little bit about that, how he ranks with the other 3-time champions in IndyCar history during this race. But the Indy Racing League and the IndyCar visited here now 9 times. Mainly between 2001 and 2008, and of course this year was their return visit. The track record set in 2003 by Scott Dixon with a speed of 206.211. We are not anywhere close to that speed here with these cars. The active wins leaders here are Scott Dixon with 3 in a row, including he had 3 in a row leading into this last weekend's race. He had a bit of a rough race and did not get that 4th in a row, but he won 2006, 2000, and 2007, 2008. And now we have 6 drivers, all tied with 1 win apiece, including Buddy Lazier, Alex Barron, Jill DeFerrin, Tony Kanaan, Dario Franchitti, and now Colton Herta. Lining up to go racing. Let's get into today's starting lineup here at Nashville Superspeedway. And on the pool, there you see the teammates for the Altina Autosports squad. Altina and O'Sullivan, 11 and 12, P1, P2, 196 flat, 195.8 for the first two on the front row. Forsyth in third, alongside today's race sponsor Gary Lovern with a 195.4, lining up fourth. Chin Van Velde and Silvazzi lining up in row 3. Strauss and Santos in row 4. And Christensen and Sinclair in row 5. Moving on back to row 6 is Bree and Reish. Back to row 7 is Robinson and Inch. And starting with no time and shotgun on the field, keeping everything in front of them, will be Gallas and Jomo back in row 8. That is your field here at Nashville Superspeedway. 16 cars today take the green flag, 132 laps.
Well, it should be a 2-stop event today, Gary. You're going to go up almost 60 laps on fuel. I don't think it's possible to stretch to 65 to try to make it a 1-stop race. So I'd expect drivers to maybe go long to avoid getting trapped a lap down pitting under green, unless you've got a large lead. Tires will play a factor here. They age and you lose about 3 to 4 tenths over the course of a whole run. But with these shortened fuel tanks, I would expect that drivers will be happy to top off and put on new fresh Firestones at the prescribed time to have optimal stint lengths.
Here we go, getting ready for Friday afternoon action here at Nashville Superspeedway.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air, and a little bit of a organized and synchronized start by the two AA teammates up front as Julian shoots to the front and Liam tucks in right behind him.
Oh, no, trouble in the
spinner,
back.
that's Christensen. I don't think he hit anything.
Oh, he got turned by Matty Sinclair. But I think both cars are no worse for wear.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he must have had to roll out of it or something. He was a big difference in speed.
So on cold tires, this car will really want to rotate, but it looks like Christensen was actually checking up because Strauss had touched the apron. So I bet lifting, and I've talked about this before on the broadcast, but if you check up out of the throttle in these cars, they become very unstable. It causes all of the weight to transfer to the direction the car is not moving, and it reduces the aerodynamic drag of the car, which reduces downforce. So when you reduce the speed, you reduce your traction.
There it is. You're right. Right there, he gets a little bit of the apron, and he just checks up just a sec, and that's all it takes. Wow. Tim Bree escapes on the high side of him right there, and he scrapes a little bit of the nose, but he'll be able to get that replaced and be kind of no worse for wear than possibly some lost track position. And a number of drivers coming to pit road right now. And I don't have my supplemental overlay up, so sorry. We're going to see a screen here real quick. There we go. And then we'll hide all my screens again. There we go.
So Reish, Ench, Christensen, and Jomo all committed to pit, and they're going to be going green this time by.
A little bit of a splash there. There are tire limits, so I doubt they put on a new set of tires. Maybe with the exception of Christensen. I can see him probably putting on a new set. And a little splash there to see they go a little bit longer on this first stint. See how long we can go here. Lap 3 of 132 already in the books here as we're getting ready to go green for lap 4. Julian bringing the field up to speed, up against the wall. Pace car is going to turn the control of the race over to him, and then he will get ready to bring us to green. And a synchronized start again between the top two. As you see, they almost accelerate on cue. And Lovern to the high side now, looking on the backside now of Forsyth. And here comes Chin Van Velde. Forsyth, a bit of a...
oh, no! Silvassi's in the wall.
And that is terminal.
This day's over.
Ooh, ooh! And Jomo clips him. Oh, man.
That was a technical.
Oh, yeah. That is a... we'll go back a little bit further in time. And if we see the wheel do a sudden jerk, that is a wheel DC.
Mike Wayne Robinson went low to the apron and spun out harmlessly to avoid that. However...
didn't look like a wheel DC, but something abruptly taking him to the wall. Normally it's...
he came over comms and said that his headset had failed, so I'm not sure what would cause him to hit the wall from that, but if he had like a loud audio screech or something to that effect, which caused a human reaction due to stimulus, definitely can ruin the day there. Or takers on pit road.
Here's Jomo. Which way he was going to go, and just not enough. And then a very delayed disconnect of the left front wheel there.
Now, I think, Gary, Hugo Gallas will be the first driver who might try to make this a one-stop race. We're going to be going green with 128 laps to go, which is a 64-lap stint each time. That's only 7 or 8 more laps beyond the recommended or prescribed fuel window. I think that is a reasonable number that you can actually save by rolling out of the throttle without being able to change the fuel maps in these fixed cars. It will be a challenge, and I'm not sure if it will be faster than stopping twice, but he's at least put himself in position to do it. So everyone on this alternate fuel-saving strategy would be Galaz, Riesch, Christensen, and Ench. Your 3 tail-end drivers.
Well, we're a bit off to a rough start, but hey, if you enjoy Velocity Online Racing's coverage of the VOR Iconic Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support the whole channel by subscribing. While you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you'll miss out on future VOR iRacing broadcasts, including tomorrow the IR18 Championship. The IndyCar Championship will be right here, also at Nashville Superspeedway. That'll be tomorrow afternoon, myself and Ryan Eric King. So ring that bell and you'll be notified when we go live.
Hitting that like icon, commenting in chat, making a comment on the video the next day, subscribe to the channel. All of that really helps the algorithm game, makes this channel grow, makes IndyCar community grow. I think we had 11,000 viewers for the Pro Series yesterday across the 2 YouTube platforms, so that's incredible to see. Basically, a rising tide rises all ships, right? So these tubs are looking to get a little higher in the view count, too. So.
Well, I noticed you and I were watching over on the IndyCar channel yesterday because it was over on the NTT IndyCar Series, the official YouTube channel, and there were a lot of first-time viewers of iRacing over there. So if anyone's checking out based upon that, welcome. But hopefully we see more of those type of people check out iRacing, and especially IndyCar on iRacing via those races. But we're getting ready to go green once again here for lap 8 of 132, and there you see the top 2 synchronized, the restart, and we are back at it.
And Forsyth got a much better jump on the front 2 that time, whereas the last couple of restarts, it looked like he was about to get sent to the other Altena Autosport VOR cars, running 4th and 5th behind him.
Gala's under Mike Wayne Robinson there. Side by side off of 4. Gallus has some big series experience with these cars at this track. That's where the Lionheart Speedway series came, and he ran in that. He completes the pass on Mike Wayne Robinson. Now Robinson attacks, looking back to the inside. Gallus cuts down across his nose, coming into the corner. Holds on the position. Back up front, it is Altena, leader by 4/10 over his teammate, Liam O'Sullivan. Already up 2 spots to 6th is Edson Santos.
I don't think he's done. He's probably going to
No.
keep climbing the ladder, slowly but surely, dispatching everyone in front of him. There's Velocity Online racing cars in front of him, and Van Velde and Lovern are probably going to be as wide as possible to help out the Altena cars up front. Or
Here he goes.
Let's see.
To the inside. Lovern's going to stay low and give him the dirty air. Try to give the draft to his teammate, but Santos completes the pass before Van Velde could actually capitalize on the draft on the main straight. Now Van Velde down low through 1 and 2 at the better line. Can he clear him coming off the corner? Down the back straightaway. Nope, he tucks back in, give the position to Edson Santos. Oh my goodness. Van Velde clips the apron. Here comes Strauss now involved in the battle.
I thought that Van de Velde was being gentlemanly, but it looks like he's got the gauntlets on. He's ready to fight.
He goes, just because I drive a pink car, you shouldn't think I'm soft. But hey, you know what? A number of IndyCar drivers in history have driven pink cars and have done well in them. Emerson Fittipaldi, his first IndyCar was pink. And of course, there was a whole bunch of pink all over Helio Castroneves' car when he won his 4th Indy 500. And this battle's still raging back here for 5th spot, side by side. And that's only helping the top 4 kind of pull away.
One car that wants to see them battling side by side for a long, long time, despite the leaders, is Hugo Gallas. He is almost to the point where he's drafting off of this bunch of 5 cars in front of him, and he's the one car in the lead on the alternate fuel strategy. Being closer to that pack of cars in front of him will allow him to reduce the drag on his car on the straightaway, allowing him to get better fuel economy and stretch his run longer to try to shorten this race to just 1 stop. With Sinclair and Bree side by side, I think Gallus is going to catch them probably by the start of this next lap.
Riding with Hugo Gallas over his shoulder.
Bold move from Sinclair going low into 3. Dials up that yellow line, pushing up just a little.
Yeah. And side by side in front of him now, so a lot of heavy racing here.
What a great battle here from 5th through 10th. Van Velde inching Santos to the yellow line, making Santos take the apron.
Oh, and
Santos is now up by the wall.
That's going to cost him a lot of momentum. Here comes Strauss on by. Here comes Timothy Bree. Tim Bree the inside now. That is an energy drink versus energy software.
Things are getting chippy over the comms. Santos not at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that he was very happy about that.
Bree thought better of pulling the trigger and going bang on Santos there.
Meanwhile, up front, Julian, your leader now by 3/10 over O'Sullivan. Those two. Forsyth is kind of joining them right now. He's about a second back and 2 seconds back, and kind of all by himself at the moment is Gary Lovern there, our sponsor of today's race. But back to this battle here for 5th. Here comes Strauss attacking Van Velde, and then we got Bree attacking Santos here for 7th.
Retries the outside here on Santos. A longer way down the straightaway is not a good place to position yourself. Santos was able to stave off the attack before they even entered the corner because his line was shorter.
Today's Nashville 175 is brought to you by Lovern Incorporated. Lovern provides professional services in renovation, remodeling, painting, and mold removal for government, commercial, and residential projects. For a quote or to learn more, like them on Facebook or follow them at their website at lovernsinc.com today. The link is in the description. I want to thank him for sponsoring today's race. Of course, Gary now having a good day so far up at P4. Right where he qualified is right where he races, all by himself, as we are now 23 of 132 into this race. Yeah, I can't take our eyes off the. Yeah, I can't take the eyes off this group in the back. Strauss is getting very frustrated back there. He wants the way around, but he cannot get there right now.
And he's using every lane in the bottom 2 of the track to figure out where to run.
Matty Sinclair coming to pit road for some reason.
I'm going to run back and see if he has any contact with the wall, if he picked up any damage, or if he's just on an alternate strategy. It looks clean. I think he's just making the call here that he's losing too much time behind these guys. Wants to get on fresh rubber and fill the tank up first.
Here's
Santos' big
on the outside. Santos, yeah, on the outside, power move. Now Bree looking to the inside. He's going to get a little bit drafting help from Santos. Move Bree up a spot now around with Strauss. We're back to side by side again.
Yeah, the fatal flaw with Matty Sinclair's strategy is assuming that this battle here will result in a green flag finish.
Again, another close call between Santos and Den Van Velde. In a moment, it's going to be that 5th car of Gallows is going to join this battle here.
I'm Hugo. I'm just sitting there, 70% throttle, enjoying the fact that I have 4 cars punching a giant hole in the air for me.
And on the outside, corner exit, that outside has a lot of momentum.
You've got to go so much further around the track. Because of the banking and the way just generally circles work, the radius on the inside is tighter. It's a shorter distance. You don't need to go as fast to have the same lap time. Bree's got a big run here. Let's see if he tries to send it.
The Chin going to the inside of the fin there, going into 3. Really, I think if someone could get around them, they would pull away. But right now, Chin is defending. Here's Bree to the inside now of this group. We're riding with Bree in the Bang Delara. Now as Chin goes down, and he's going to lend the draft to Bree. Bree again to the inside of Santos. Santos big run down the backstretch. Still side by side basically. Got to Wheel there. Okay, now he's clear of the pod. And back to single file. Meantime, the top 4 checking out. They're up the road by about 5 seconds.
5 seconds is an eternity here.
Yeah.
Basically on an oval, beating the car in front of you by 1/10 or 2/10 of a second is considered a lot each lap. To make up 5 seconds, you have to make up a 1/10 or 50 laps. 1/10 every lap for 50 laps. It takes forever.
Yeah.
Oh, retouch the apron.
Pretty soon, Gallus is not soon. Gallus is there. Christensen will be there as well.
I don't think they're incentivized to fight very hard. If
No, they're not.
Truly to do this on one stop, I don't think they're going to try to move up past these guys.
Those guys, Gallus, Christensen, Inch, and Rishi, they are part of the 1A strategy, or actually 1B strategy. They all pitted on lap 6. The B strategy, the full-on B strategy right now is Matty St. Clair pitted at lap 25.
I think he's better off for it. I think he is running better lap times now than he would be in this pack of 4. He just is risking if there's a yellow anytime now before the leaders pit. Luckily, he only lost 1 lap and not 2 laps during the cycle.
And Julian up front now by 5/10. Did not get a lot of TV time because, well, frankly, there's not a lot going on up here with the top 3 who are very quietly just running their laps to their first stop, which should be, what do you think the window for the first stop should be, actually?
I think starting at lap 55 is probably about where you'll see people come in. You could probably go as far as 60, but probably 55, so about 20 laps from now, 18 to 20 laps from now.
And that includes the yellow flag time that we had. 2 cautions, 2 very early cautions in the first 10 laps. One was, Strauss clipping the apron again. One was a very innocent spin that didn't take out anybody. And then was another spin by Salvazzi that ended up collecting Joseph Morales, and their days are done.
I think Bree is sizing up Van Velde here. He's been trying some, I'll say, interesting lines to build momentum. Unconventional attacks.
He got to the inside. Chin's going to try to fade down to him, but Bree was there already.
It's the power down on exit. They pull side by side down this long front straightaway. The inside line will give Bree an advantage because it is shorter because of the kink. Going into 1, backs the corner up. Bree pulls alongside to the side pod and cannot clear Van Velde. Chin retains 5th place.
I think if someone can get around Chin, they'll pull away. But right now, I think he's doing a good job at defending. So here we're going to watch Bree go from high. Nope, I thought maybe he would go low, but he has
Santos is in the way.
Santos there. Yeah, now he goes low.
This reminds me so much of the Bristol line with a stock car where you enter high and you dip low for exit. I wonder if Bree can actually find clean air through the whole corner to put the pass together on Vanderbilt.
Santos and Strauss were battling out there side by side for a while. Gallus is in the battle. He is engaged. Christensen is there as well, but neither one of these guys, neither one of them have to push. They're on a slightly different strategy. Bree on the high side of Van Velde actually had the lead at the line for the position.
Oh, checked up there to avoid rear-ending him.
Oh. He's going to take him right down to the yellow.
is an absolute treat. What a great battle here for 5th place.
Can Tim do what he did last time to get underneath them? Just forced it down there, and really there was no place for Chin to go. He had to concede the high side. Nope. Couple of pump fakes. Double takes to the outside. .46 of 132. Thanks for joining us this Friday afternoon.
Oh, Bree's got him here. Bree's going to have a huge run down the backstretch. Take it, Tim.
We've been watching steady improvement from Tim Bree in just about every race he's been. Whoa! Well, Mike Wayne Christensen getting loose off of 4. And he's having a hard time now. He's in the grass. Easy. Good car control there. Bree loses now position to Santos, who patiently bided his time.
Bree got impatient. He almost ate up the wall with his whole right side and had to lift a lot to keep his car in one piece.
As we're saying, Bree, we've been watching Bree kind of improve over time in these cars, and he's getting better.
Well, Santos is going to give him the wash. What a savvy move from Santos, kind of hanging out, letting his tires kind of stabilize, cool off before making another run here at Van Velde.
Here's the backside of out the attenuator of the 76 car holding up this group right here.
Well, I mean, if you're Chin, you're thinking, I'm not holding you guys up. If I was slower, you'd pass me, right? Oh, Bree's got a huge run here on Santos.
Look at that one. Wow. That was he got that thing rotated in the middle of the corner. Power move. Give him back the position. Bree back to 5th now. Santos learning a little something. Getting Arrow Washy back there. I think someone might have actually kissed the wall that time.
That's Strauss.
I think Bree might have found something on corner exit of, or at least in the middle of 1 and 2.
Chris Forsyth, did he pit?
Yes, he pitted on 50, right at 50. So that's why you just saw the Forsyth car peek into the screen right there.
He's going to shake this whole battle up, because now he's going to put dirty air on Chin, because he's now effectively running in 5th place, like on the track. But look at these fresh tires. He's just going to walk away from this battle.
Now maybe one of these guys want to experiment with doing an undercut on somebody there. If we've seen leaders already pitting, maybe they want to experiment with the undercut here.
Yeah, Maddie Sinclair is going to be well ahead of these people once they all pit. This battle for 5th, like, it will be won by Maddie Sinclair because he pit so early. Santos is coming in.
Santos is making the wise decision. I was wondering if, I figured if anyone had the savvy decision, he would make it. So entering off of turn 3, and if we bring up the race header information from today's race, actually he just would have to come off of 4, so he wasted a little time coming in off of 3.
Well, I think Julian made a pre-race announcement.
Okay, if he made a pre-race and then it's a change to the race header there. Okay.
O'Sullivan also pit.
He's coming off the road now, and, well, there you see Forsyth getting a drop on him. Give the position to Forsyth. Altina, your leader. Lovern now second. Van Velde wrecking off the corner. What happened? He caught the apron. Oh, nose it right in. Oh. And it happened right in front of everybody. And then no caution because it goes down on the apron. Day's done for Van Velde.
The leaders that have not yet pit just wiped the sweat from their brow. If that caution had come out, anyone who had pit already would now be trapped one lap down. So Forsyth, O'Sullivan, Vandeveld, Sinclair, and Santos.
Bree now third, Matthias Strauss fourth, Gallus moving up to fifth along with Christensen. Remember, they're on a slightly different strategy where we think they only have to stop one more time. Dan Inch also involved in that one. There is Dan and the yellow car of Daniel Rishi. Hopefully saying that right. We'll have to ask in the Discord, yeah.
Ping. Hey, man, how do you pronounce that last name?
Liam O'Sullivan getting it side by side now with Craig Forsyth.
Gary, I've got bad news for Santos fans. Edson Santos is 2 laps down after his green flag stop.
Oof. There's too much time tied up in that battle. But he's going to have to wait for those pit stops to happen and hope he can get back on the same lap as the leaders. Meanwhile, up front is still Julian Altena. He's pretty much led them all at this point. He's your leader by 9 seconds over Altena Autosport B Team squad member Lovern, who is currently in second. Tim Bree third, Strauss fourth, Gallus fifth.
Altena will not be in the lead when the green flag cycle is over, Gary, if it goes green. O'Sullivan and Forsyth will both pass him. Forsyth is on the envelope of O'Sullivan, and they've got these fresher tires. They've been putting down monster laps. So we'll see if Altena can do a better job on pit road to kind of mitigate the time loss that he's been suffering due to being on older rubber here.
.61 of 132, and no, you'd think almost within range of just a one-stopper here, but no, there was some caution laps mixed in that first stint. Better part of the first 10 laps were done under caution. So here he comes into his stall.
Lovern also on pit road and away. Altena exiting pit road. Where are O'Sullivan and Forsyth? Here they come entering turn 1. They're fully up to speed as O'Sullivan exits turn 2. Altena will beat him to the backstretch. They'll have cold tires here for one lap. If O'Sullivan's going to make the move, he has to do it now. He is too far back.
Bree and Strauss, top two, have yet to stop.
Christensen's the only one still out on the track who's on that alternate fuel strategy. I mentioned Riche because Gala seemed to have made a stop already and kind of thrown it away. He must have not have gotten the economy he wanted.
Here comes Bree to pit road. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful. Now just need to slow it down before it gets, did he slow it down in time? I don't know.
The road speed is 45 miles an hour here. It looks like he entered at 60. But if you slow down enough in the first timing sector, sometimes you get away without penalty.
We'll see when he gets to his box
here.
He
is serving a black flag. He has sped.
Ouch. That's going to be a 40-second hold for Bree, who is having a good race to this point. Now Strauss is the leader. Strauss is yet to pit. And then Christensen and Riche. Now these two, the next two, are part of that 1A, 1B strategy where they pitted at lap 6.
So they made it here to lap 67. 67 times 2 is 134. So if they do this exactly again, they'll probably need another caution period. And hopefully that caution period comes after the rest of the field has decided to make their second stop.
Wow, that was quick for Christensen. He didn't stay out very long. He's coming to pit road right now. So the Strauss coming to pit road as well. So it's going to turn the lead back over to Julian Altena, who has led much of this race already, 61 laps.
So it's vital here that Christensen exits on the tail end of the lead lap. That looks like he will go one lap down.
He's down and done.
That was Altena passing back for the lead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's down and done. So he's going to rejoin while Julian is coming off of 4. And he's gonna stay at the end of the lead lap.
Gary, you want to know who looks like a 1,000 IQ big brain genius right now?
Tell me who you think is a big brain genius right now.
Maddie Sinclair. That early pit stop to get out of that 5-way fight for 5th has moved him into sole possession of 4th place. He said, "We're losing too much time. I'm roasting my tires. I'm not going to pass you guys who are running 2x2. I'm going to come make my first stop a little early. Hope and bet that the field keeps it green." We had a couple of incidents, but nothing that stopped on the track, and it paid out for him. Now he's running 4th.
Up to 4th, Lovern right behind him in 5th. Now, Sinclair out 46 laps. So we would expect him to come to pit road here, gosh, about any time here.
No, he'll probably make it to about lap 90.
Think so?
So what I think Sinclair is doing is he's taking 132 and dividing it cleanly into thirds. So he's going to run 40 and some change, 40 and some change, 40 and some change. But he doesn't want to give up the tire advantage that he will have at the end of the race. So he might make the second and third stint a little longer than his first because he came so early.
And he's being run down right now by Lovern and Santos with much fresher tires at this point. But can they get to him, and can they pass him? That's the story that we've seen today. Passing has been at a premium. Altena, O'Sullivan, Forsyth, Sinclair, Lovern, your top 5. Thank you for joining us, everybody. This is Velocity Online Racing coverage of the VOR ICONIC Series coming to you from Nashville. For the Lovern's Inc. in Nashville 175, where we've completed now 75 of 132 laps. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so don't miss out on the next race, which is tomorrow, where the IndyCar Series will be here for the continuation of the IndyCar Championship for Season 12 of the VOR Series there. And the closest battle on the racetrack we're kind of looking at it right here is Santos now reeling in Lovern. Santos, the points leader coming into the day, is a defending series champion right now. Won the season opener at Indianapolis. He's trying to get around today's race sponsor, Gary Lovern. Down to the inside. Lovern's not going to really battle him too hard, but Lovern's going to have a good rotation on the high side. Maddie Sinclair into the wall. That's going to cost some momentum, and they're going to split Sinclair down the front straight. Oh, and Sinclair now back to 6th. And are we damaged?
Maddie has a very, I'll say, close relationship with the outside wall. Sometimes to his detriment.
He's coming to pit road right now.
However, I don't think his side pod's damaged. I think he just got the last of the good out of his tires.
Oh, now he's speed.
He came to a stop, though, in the first timing section. No penalty. He avoided the penalty by averaging out his speed by stopping. Big brain move there from Maddie Sinclair, Mr. Big Brain himself. Oh, but he misses his pit box. Sometimes having that extra cranial space is not very aerodynamic. little extra weight in the cockpit. Now he needs this race to go green to the end. He should be able to make it to the end of the race, and he will be on the worst tires at the end of the race, but he's got to make hay now while he can. So I'll take a look at his lap times and see if they're still competitive after getting into the wall.
All right. While you do that, I'd like to remind everyone that the VOR ICONIC Series is brought to you by IFS Personal Financial Planning. IFS Personal Financial Planning specializes in helping their clients make the most out of their savings with holistic financial planning that is tailored to their specific needs over the course of their lifetime. On average, they've been working with their clients for over 20 years, helping them navigate complexities of investments, the uncertainties of markets, and the ever-changing legislative landscape. To learn more, contact Alexander Bonney at Alex at IFSPFP. So that's IFSPFP.com. And again, that's Alex at IFSPFP.com. Link is also, or the email address should be also in the description. And contact Alex. And he will be able to guide you with IFS Personal Financial Planning. They are
sadly missing from the lineup today.
Yeah, missing from the lineup today. He must be guiding some financial planning, yeah.
Could be.
Altena, your leader.
Yeah, so Matty is not too far off the pace. He just ran a 24.660.
Okay.
So I think the damage, if any, that he has won't cause him to lose a ton of spots. I think his strategy might. So we'll see.
Let's go through the field. Here's our leader, Julian Altena. He is now 22 laps into his current stint. You need one more pit stop to get home. In second spot, Liam O'Sullivan. Been pretty much second all day long as well. He is 30 laps into his stint and looking to make his final stop here soon. Craig Forsyth, pretty much been third all day long as well. 35 laps into his current stint for the 4D Racewear driver. Edson Santos very quietly worked his way now into fourth. He's 31 laps into his current stint with one stop to go. He is right there just about 9 seconds or so behind Forsyth. Gary Lovern, today's race sponsor, he is currently in fifth. Looking at a good start and a good finish. He's only hemorrhaged one spot all day long. Been in the top 5 all day. Should also mention Santos up 4 spots. The other big gainer is right behind Lovern right here in 6. Hugo Gallas up 9 spots. And on a slightly different strategy, although he pitted a bit earlier than everyone else. Maybe going for a short fill and then maybe the longer stint and then a short stint to finish this race out. I don't know. But he has worked his way up to 6, up 9 spots. Matthias Strauss, he is now currently 7th, right where he started. Right behind him, John Christensen, who spun very early. But it happened so early, he was able to get the pit road, get the nose repaired. And he's on a slightly different strategy. He is on the tail end of the lead lap, currently in 8th. He is 18 laps into his stint, so his this is going to be a bit longer for him. Oh, Strauss getting corner off the... Oh, Strauss, yes, caution flag. Strauss is the cause, but I don't think he made any contact with anybody. And that's a saving grace to Christensen because his teammate, Altena, was right behind him, getting ready to put him a lap down. Let's check what happened to Strauss. And he catches the apron again.
Some drivers in this series love the blue wall. Some drivers in this series love the yellow line. They need to get a restraining order. You got to keep your distance. You can't just go around touching these things that are bad for you.
Apron bad. Apron bad.
Very bad. And this caution is also very bad for the likes of Matty Sinclair, who finds himself 2 laps down from the leader, having made his final stop already.
Yep.
As well. Honestly, I think this is bad for Christensen. Christensen no longer has a stop advantage on the rest of the field. Since Altena and the others had just caught him...
Ooh, Gallen's going to stay out. Hugo Gallas going to the top of the order. It's possible he might think that he can make it now. I don't know.
That'll be a stretch. Maybe he's hoping for more cautions on these restarts. Everyone who pits here will be 100% good to go on fuel to the end.
No, I think he just stayed out to lead a lap. He's coming in. The rest of the cars that are one lap down or more. That will turn the lead back over to Julian. So we'll reset the field here momentarily as we're coming to lap 91 of 132. And you're right, everyone's good to go to the end on fuel. If anything happens again, they can duck in and probably grab another set of tires if they have them there. I think the only driver that might not have a set of tires there is Christensen. Interesting. Santos down on the apron. Does he think he's going to be close? Did he add just enough fuel to get to the end and that's it? Maybe a little bit light?
Sometimes also, you know, business calls. Maybe he had to send a text message to a loved one, coworker. And, you know, you just want to get out of everyone's way in case your car is not exactly 100% under control. I definitely have done that under yellow periods in races before, so.
I think we'll probably go green next time by coming to lap 92. And then we got a bit of a mini marathon to the end. Although no one's going to be stopping. We'll see what's going to shake out of this. Julian is led 83 of now 84 of 92 laps.
Okay, that's kind of what you'd expect to see from the guy who built the setup and set the weather. The fact that he doesn't do it every weekend, I think, is a credit to him. I know he's come into the broadcast booth before when it's time for an interview and said, you know, I don't want to make it look like this is my own playground and I'm just out here toying with everyone. But, you know, today he definitely has, so.
Here we go. Getting ready to go green coming to lap 93. We're midway down the backstretch, going in the 4. And
hey, Gary, we got a troll in the YouTube chat, just to let you know.
Who is trolling? Oh, Mark Murphy. And he's retracted a message already.
Oh, he said, my business is giving Clendy the business, and business is good.
Now look at Liam get right up on Julian as they, again, script the start.
Green flag.
And you could do that with teammates.
It's like they're trouble-free through turns 1 and 2. No incidents there on the colder tires.
Lovern to the inside of Santos, taking a peek there.
Oh, get him, Gary! Come on!
Make hay while the getting's good here. Although Gala's doing pretty well back there in 7th. Lovern, no! Almost a little bit of wing to rear wheel contact there.
There had been contact. It's a racing incident. Lovern came up just as much as Santos came down. They're both race car drivers. They're both just trying to go fast.
three-car battle back here watching here with Rishi Strauss, and also involved is Mike Wayne Robinson, who is a lap down to this battle, 2 laps down to this battle, but three cars battling out for track position. Daniel up 4 spots to 8th. Big gainer in the top 10 still is Gallus. He's up 8 spots to 7th. Dan Inch is up 4 spots to 10th. And once again, if you're just joining us, you're watching Velocity Online Racing's coverage of round 2 of 8 of the VOR Iconic Series, coming to you from Nashville for the Loverns Inc. Nashville 175. And Julian Altena has been pretty much the leader all day long, as we are coming quickly to 100 laps complete and 32 to go. Make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. And while we have an opportunity here is the remaining schedule for Season 4. And a couple weeks we'll go to California, then a couple weeks then go to Pocono. So these are all spaced out about 2 races a month here in the Iconic Series.
And Edson Santos wins at at Pocono and at Michigan, I'm going to be sending him a crown in the mail.
That's right. That's the Triple Crown. But the first half of the season, Indy, Nashville, California, Pocono, then Kentucky, Legacy, Phoenix, Michigan, and Las Vegas to round out the second half of the year 8-race schedule. Here is the IR18 Sprint Series. They had a race yesterday at Indianapolis, so half their season is done. Then they have their only oval race on the 26th, and then Brands Hatch and Red Bull Ring on the 10th and 17th. You can catch those over on FTN. And the IR18 season
have a run here on Gallus.
We'll get on that one here in just a second. And here is the remainder of the IndyCar schedule, starting with the Nashville 200 tomorrow for round 8 out of 14. And let's get those all off the screen there. There we go. Back up here, Christensen around Gallus, up now to 6th. And Daniel is looking at Gallus as well to move him
Santos
up into 7th.
Forsyth for 3rd. Oh, and Craig feeds him all the dirty air going into 3.
It's an early dinner on Friday night.
Yeah, I got some crafty Canadian dinner there.
It's a craft dinner.
Santos might look to the inside here. He's got a big run.
Here's another battle back here side by side. Daniel Ricci and Gallus back for 8th. Let's get back up to the battle here for 3rd. Santos and Forsyth side by side at the line. Move Santos to 3rd.
I wonder if Craig felt bad about feeding him all that dirty air. Didn't really put up much of a fight, but now he's crossing back under on the bottom.
Oh, and had to roll out of it before getting the wall there on corner exit. I think Santos has time to reach Sullivan. And does Santos have time then to reach Altena?
O'Sullivan, yes. Altena, no. Confidently. Julian's got this in the bag. Barring some sort of mental lapse where he touches the apron or, pulls in on the white flag lap thinking the race is over. Those things aren't going to happen. Less than 1%.
Pulls a Marcus Ericsson during quals at Indy. Oh, I think O'Sullivan did not have a good corner exit there.
No, he's just backing up to Santos to make sure that he can make Santos's life miserable and he won't catch Julian. Team orders. That's what's happening.
Team orders.
That was a bit of a joke. I'm not being serious.
109 of 32. We're currently riding along with Edson Santos.
He's reeling in O'Sullivan little by little.
He is. But once again, the reminder, today's Nashville 175 brought to you by Lovern Incorporated. Lovern's provides professional services in renovation, remodeling, painting, and mold removal for government, commercial, and residential projects. For a quote or to learn more, like them on Facebook or visit their webpage at lovernsinc.com today. Link is in the description. I can use a little handiwork done in my house.
Gary's gone to work on the field today, too. He's going to come home with a solid top 5 if all things stay the same here over the last 22 laps.
Definitely has been a craftsman in the middle of the field. That was for sure. P5 right now. We ride along with him. I won't be lifting heavy things for a while. I definitely need some help around the household. Some of these honeydew fixes that I can't do anymore.
Yeah, you got to hire a Gary for all your Gary.
That's right.
Gary tasks.
Julian now stretching it out to a 2.2 second lead over his teammate, Liam O'Sullivan. There's Liam right there. I trust he has the family watching. And then there's Edson Santos. And the Leaner Energies, solar power software. That's what it is. And again, when I asked if it was an energy drink, he goes, no, it's not rich energy. Oh, I love it. Greg Forsyth backing up now to 4th. And Gary Lovern in 5th. Here's Christensen. Good recovery for John after spinning very early in the factory on the exit of lap 1, actually, turn 2, lap 1.
He just wanted to worst to first for us, you know? Going from back to 6th. Long day's work making up all those spots.
And it is a long day of racing here. This is not an easy track by any means. It's a lot of people like, oh, it's an oval track. You're just turning left. This is probably, for me, one of the least agreeable oval tracks to IndyCar on the entire service. A super speedway style track normally would lend us very well to IndyCar. This does not. This fights you the entire time.
And the reason for that is because the radius of the turns are so tight and the straightaways are so long. You end up getting this huge head of steam at the end of each straightaway where a lot of times on the longer runs it's correct to brake on corner entry. It feels a lot like a high banked gateway, except for both of the turns are symmetrical, or at least close to symmetrical. It really, I don't know, it feels so different from every other oval on the surface.
It is, you're right. You got a big battle of cars right around. Here's Strauss, but then we got not Dan Inch. We got Matty Sinclair in here. We got Tim Bree and Michael Wayne Robinson all involved here.
So Sinclair and Bree are for position.
Yeah, that is for position.
This
is for track position. That is correct. A lot of cars in close proximity right now. Robinson about slurping into Matthias.
Pink rims. Let's go.
And those rims are so pink. That is Robert Sadler style right there. If Robert's listening, he knows what I mean. But those are his style. He likes those bright pink rims. $14 to go. Altena making a kind of a spectacle of it. This is my day, my track, my league. I'm just gonna do it.
And next thing you know, they're gonna change the outside walls from being O'Sullivan's color to Julian's color. It'll be that baby blue instead of the royal blue.
The cobalt blue, yes. Trust me, I know the cobalt blue very well. I drove a couple seasons in it.
Santos slowly but surely just sanding away that lead that O'Sullivan has for second place. And that'll have big championship implications. every position here is points for the whole year round, and I think his chief championship rivals are right ahead of him. So every time you can finish ahead of O'Sullivan and Altena, you are making your lead bigger. But he's going to lose ground to Altena today, but whether or not he can stave off points from O'Sullivan remains to be seen.
And again, I asked him why the Brazilians do so well in this car, and the reason why, he says it's free. And it's available to everybody on the service, and that's the Brazilians like IndyCar, and for some Brazilians, this is their only method and the way to drive an IndyCar is use the free DW12 that comes on the service. So that's why the Brazilians are so well versed in this car on this service.
Santos lost just a little bit of time here over the last couple of laps. He's going to have to reverse that trend if he wants to mount a charge. And keeps dripping out of the top half of the hourglass. Not much left.
Nine to go here at Nashville Superspeedway, round 2 of the Season 4 championship of the Iconic Series. Your season.
Look now, Gary. Craig Forsyth has reeled these two back in.
And that's exactly what we're watching. Yep, that's exactly what we're watching. The Season 2 champion is the leader right now. Oh, Sullivan flirting with the wall there. Yeah, he's getting a good run, but I think he's going to run out of time here.
I think if O'Sullivan slips up one more time and he and Santos go side by side, Forsyth could get them both. There is enough time.
5 to go.
It requires one mistake from either of the drivers in front of him. For him to get both, it requires the mistake to be O'Sullivan's.
Don't forget, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, the IndyCar Championship, Nashville 200 will be here. Right here on the VOR channel.
Unfortunately, the mistake came from Forsyth. He just nailed the wall out of
Yeah, just get a little bit of a kiss there. And now can Santos do what he needs to get to P2. Coming to 3 to go. If you like these cars, you'll see them again this weekend here on, well, we go to our other channel on P1 Broadcasting. It'll be the final race of the Dark Horse Summer 2,000-mile ride series when they have their final 500-mile races. We got a bunch of cars coming off of pit road right in front of P2 and P3. Their final stops for a splash and go. Bree up high. But yeah, check that out, 7 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. DW12's 500-miler at Indianapolis.
Santos needed to go where O'Sullivan wasn't. That was the closest he'd been so far. The wash is only worse when you're that close behind a car. He's only to have one lap to try something different here.
White flag in the air. One more lap to go for Altena. Julian's already doing the weave on the backstretch. Off at 3 and 4, a dominant day for the double 1-1 as he comes home 1 today at Nashville.
Started first, finished first, Got 2 1s on the race car and 1 win for the day. Well fought, well earned.
And the pole, yeah,
owner.
and the most laps. Edson Santos had the purple lap a little bit earlier in the race. He did a 24.4. Liam O'Sullivan edges out Edson Santos for second. Santos there in third. A good points paying day and a good recovery for him as he was fighting very intently very early on in that pack for P4, P5, P6 very early on in the race.
I've only made that first stint interesting watching him gain the 5 spots he recovered from his qualifying effort. Interestingly, excuse me, Julian said that the race tomorrow will be much better than this one.
All right.
Despite he may not have seen everything in his rearview mirror, but we saw a bit of a show from 5th on back for majority of that race.
And here you go. Julian with the win. Liam O'Sullivan second. Good team day for him. Edson Santos third. The Dutchman doing a Polish victory lap. I love it. Forsyth fourth. Lovern fifth. Good day for Lovern. Top 5 for the guy sponsoring the race. That's how you do it. Christensen sixth. Good recovery for him. Daniel Rishi, excuse me. Again, Daniel, let us know how we say your last name. I know, one of these ways we're saying it wrong, and one of us is saying it right. But Daniel finishes 7th. Gallus is 8th. Strauss 9th. Strauss has had an interesting day. Sinclair 10th. Good recovery for Sinclair. Inch 11th. Michael Wayne Robinson in 12th. Tim Bree 13th. Chin Van Velde 14th. Jomo 15th and Silvazzi 16th. Out early with some incidents there.
I know Christensen didn't end up in the podium today, but I would love to ask him if he was good on fuel. Maybe Julian or Liam will know if they were in a team chat. That's something I plan on asking about.
All right. And again, take this opportunity while we're waiting for the interviews. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Hit the notify button. And there you go. Don't miss the race tomorrow. Supposedly, if it's better, don't miss the race tomorrow.
We have a fortune teller in our midst. He said that it will be better. He used definitive language.
Will. All right. Still waiting for Edson if he's going to pop in. Don't see him yet. All right. Well, I might bring in Edson next if that's the case, and we'll just move on with the interviews here. Go to Liam O'Sullivan and bring up Liam first. Liam, P2 today. We're going to bring you up first. We don't see Edson quite yet. Congratulations, a very consistent day. Looks like you and your teammate kind of up front there had all the restarts scripted, and even right off to the very start of the green flag, looks like you guys scripted that as well. And I'm just guessing everything finished as planned.
Yeah, I don't know what happened on that last stint, but I just didn't have the pace of that set of tires, or just something, or just me didn't have the pace of the previous 2 stints. But yeah, obviously this track's awful. And I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from it. A processional race, but yeah, happy with the result. Just yeah, a very boring evening.
Go
So
ahead,
I turned
Clindy.
some laps myself, Liam, and I found that maybe using a dab of brake on corner entry was pretty okay for a long run's pace. Were you using any brake at all today, or were you just rolling out of the throttle a little before you came to the corners?
No, the dab of brake took you from about 0.8 back to 0.5, and then you couldn't get any closer. So that was it, really. So it was just about managing it. And I had a few chances where I probably could have dive bombed Julian there and maybe stuffed it up the inside and forced it like I did on Craig there about halfway through the race. Which was, I think, the only overtake I actually did that whole race. But yeah, apart from that, I really don't have much to report about my race. Apart from thank you to you guys, thanks to Julian, and everything as usual.
Well, any sponsors? I know you've shouted out some people. We got sponsors or friends and loved ones back home you want to say hello to before we kick you out?
Yeah, mum, dad, if they're still watching the procession, I suppose, of 132 laps. And obviously, thank you to Julian and Altena Motorsport and Alex Bonney, IFS Financial Planning, for again funding this league. And I hope that obviously we know the racing's only going to get better at any other track, because this is a good bottom line as to what to ever expect at any other racetrack. And most importantly, to you, Gary, I hope you're feeling all good and all better after. I know it's been a difficult week for you.
I appreciate that. Definitely feeling better. Well, congratulations to you on. I'm not a fan of this track either, man. I feel you. I'm right there with you. It's not a very. You would think a super speedway, when you put super speedway in the title, it's automatically going to lend very well to an IndyCar racing here. And just, we talked about it in this race. It's short, tight radius corners and long straightaways just doesn't make it a good combination. It's more of a handling track, and I don't think there's enough settings in these cars to kind of make them handle here any better than probably what you got dialed into them today. But if you still got to run the race, and then you still have to finish it. So credit to you for sticking it out, running the race, finishing second. Another good points day for you and the team on the bright side. And you're moving then to a track next, which is going to lend very well to these cars when you go to California.
Yeah, I mean, we were running, I think, maximum downforce, and we had 5% engine power out Mach 5, so we did everything we could to try and get a race. Obviously, it was just as good as it was in real life, but obviously some people in the IndyCar Discord community think that's a good race. But yeah, obviously California is a chaotic track, and one which I won out in the Aero 5 a while back last time we went there. So hopefully, I don't know where I am championship wise, but it's been a good start to the season, and we can get my first win of the season there.
Congratulations, sir. I trust we'll see you in tomorrow's race. So get your rest and practice in, and until then, the next DW12 race we'll see you at will be at California.
Unfortunately, I won't be there tomorrow. But
oh no, okay.
No, it's my 18th birthday on Wednesday, so I'm going out to celebrate.
Rightfully so. Okay.
I can afford to miss one more due to, I think, 3 drop rounds, so I can afford to miss one more. But then that's the last one I'm planning to miss, and then a full charge and see where we can end up in the championship. So,
all right, we'll catch you in the next one then. Okay. Congrats on the P2.
Yep, thanks, guys.
All right, there is Edson, so we'll bring him up next. And here is Edson Santos. A good day for you. I think you probably lost the bulk of your time fighting that battle in the first stint between those 4 other cars. Talk about that battle, and I think if you weren't stuck in that, you probably would have finished either second or higher in this race. But definitely it was a bit of a dogfight in that first stint with that group of cars highlighted by, let's see, who all was in that one. That was Strauss, and we had Bree in that one, Vinveldi. Talk about it. And you're on mute. Or maybe he's on mute on purpose. All right, we'll go ahead and put him on hold here. And go ahead.
Oh,
There he is. All right, there he is.
sorry, I was mute.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering if you were maybe stepped away for a moment. It's a long race. A lot of people don't like this track, but I don't know if you heard my question. I don't know if you heard my question, but my question was basically he looks like you lost a lot of time in the first stint, kind of running with those 4 or 5 other cars. Was that the case?
Yeah, for sure. So I was in the media, the interview, saying, but I was mute here.
Best interview ever.
Hello, guys. Gary, Kyle, how are you?
Yeah.
Once again here. An interesting result for the championship. I'm happy with the podium, but especially taking in consideration the circumstances of the race. Because unfortunately, I didn't make a practice for qualifying for quali. I wrecked during my attempt, and I didn't find the ideal trail for the quali. So I started in 8th place. Okay, I can make progress during the race, I thought, but in the first stint, as you said, man, was terrible. And there were 2 drivers who were acting in an incredible malicious way. I've seen drivers defend their positions, of course, or even help their teammates. That's okay, of course. But the way I saw it today, so I never seen it seriously. It was insane, unethical, deliberately touched me from behind, blocking me, understeering against me when I was in the outside line. Well, I never want to put myself in a position like where I gave up of my race to harm other drivers. So I really impressed. But anyway, I made my stint short to try to gain positions. The yellow, of course, helped me a lot because maybe I would finish in 5 or 6. In the end, the battle with Craig and Liam was pretty cool. They were totally clean, different. What happened before, and so in the end, P3 was good for the circumstances of the race, as I said.
Go ahead, Clendy.
Oh, we asked Liam about what his tactics were to get around the track quickly. And in my practice laps, I found that dabbing the brakes on entry was helping me. But you were both taking and defending against what I would say are unconventional lines, both people who were arcing in high and then diving down low. What line did you find was most effective for making passes today? Because you probably made more than anyone else against competitive cars.
Yeah, naturally, I was trying to accelerate close to the turn 1 and turn 3 and get the inside line close to the line. Reaching the apron was possible, and accelerating before and trying to avoid the dirty air. For me, it was the best thing. So I tried 3 or 4 times to get the outside line, another trail to get the clean air. But here for me, at least, the inside line was the best way to overtake and to defend position, both of them. And the setup was pretty nice. I'd like to praise the setup again. It was pretty interesting to run.
Well, while you're in the booth, do you have any friends, family members, teammates, or sponsors you'd like to shout out while you have the stage?
Yeah, I'd like to send a warm hug for all my teammates in Brazil from Linear Energy. We are pretty sad because one of our teammates, unfortunately, in the last Friday, one week, turned one week today. Unfortunately, he passed away. So we are in shock yet. So he was pretty active in iRacing, especially with the Indy cars, IR18. So I'd like to dedicate this P3 for the memory of Sergio Vicentini, our friend. So wherever he is, this picture, sorry, this P3 was for him.
Well, hopefully you'll get a championship in his memory as well. Edson, I know there's a long way to go, but touching words, and we hope that you all recover well and have fond memories, and our condolences for sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right. And yes, our condolences as well from every my family and all the other teams I'm associated with. That's tough. That's tough. Let's bring up Julian and have him talk about his race. And here he is, Julian Altena, the winner of today's race here at Nashville. Kind of from your point of view, kind of a standard race, not very exciting. Led pretty much everything but the overlapping pit stops. I don't even know if you ran into any moments out there, did you?
First of all, it's very good to hear from you, Gary.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen often that I clap the field, so to speak, but when I do it, it feels really good. Even though it was a bit hard to pass, I think considering the car is really bad here as well, like you don't have the underside error that the IR18 does, so passing here naturally is more difficult than with that car. But even despite that, I think the pace that Liam and I showed was really good, and especially from my side in the clean air, I was able to really manage the tires all race, and at the end of the stints, I was able to really go for it within the limit of the tire, obviously, without overheating it. So yeah, pretty straightforward win, to be honest, as far as that goes. Really happy about the result of the team overall. Thanks to Tijn as well for helping us back Edson up into the pack a little bit. Tijn wasn't the strongest car today, and he knew that, and he said, okay, I'll help you guys out, and that's exactly what he did. So thanks to him for doing that. But yeah, overall, everybody on the team did a great job. I think everybody except Dan and Tijn, who crashed later on, finished in the top 6 even. So pretty good day for us. Not much to complain. Not sure what happened to Tijn. I think did he get hit from behind?
Yeah,
he kissed the apron.
Yep.
Oh, right. Skill issue. Okay. But yeah,
skill
it was a
issue.
pretty straightforward win.
Julian, while we're talking about your teammates, did Christensen have enough to make it to the end if it went green? Do you know?
I know Dan had a lot of issues, that's why he slowed up, but I didn't hear anything from John, so I don't know, to be honest. But
yeah, because he was stretching it from that second yellow. Basically, at the very start of the race, he pit at the last lap there, and then he went further than anyone on the first stint. So it looked like he was going to run out on the last lap or near it from the length of his first stint, but there was no yellow in the second stint, so I think he probably would have been 2 laps short.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why people tried to make this a fuel race, because this was probably the most comfortable 2-stopper in the whole season. So yeah, I'm really confused by it. But you know, if it works for them, then so be it. But I just don't get it. Anyways, yeah, I'm not sure if John had any issues, but I think he got over the line just fine. So I don't think he was that close.
No, not with that last caution. No. Everyone was buttoned up.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who wants to say hi to on this dominant day, led 125 laps.
Yeah, as I mentioned, the team, of course, all the guys who showed up today as well overall in the race. I want to thank Gary for sponsoring the race, and also you, the other Gary, for staying alive and being here. So thanks a lot.
Trying hard.
But yeah, it's great what you do with FTN, apparently. Just kidding. But yeah, thanks to you, Gary, seriously, for all the work you do on the P1 broadcasting, and you, Kyle, as well. I want to thank Alex Boney as well from IFS Personal Financial Planning, Dan Ench from the Alzheimer's Association, and yeah, not much else to really say. Just thanks to everybody. It was a great race today. Very clean after the first 2 yellows, and that one odd yellow in the middle. So not much to complain. Typical Nashville, but a little bit better than typical Nashville, I guess I have to say. Really looking forward to tomorrow, though. I think in the IR18s, this race is going to be a real banger. You can really pass and move around a lot from the testing we did. I will put a small disclaimer on there. That was before the build, but I don't think Nashville got changed. So it should be the same as we tested. I even did some testing after the build and it felt fine. So we'll see. But from what we've done, it's going to be a great race. So if you got nothing going on tomorrow, if you're watching and not in the league, then make sure to watch it.
All right,
I'll be tuning in, Julian.
Yeah, I won't miss it, so don't worry.
Oh, I know you'll be here.
All right, well, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you tomorrow for that race. But for next time, we'll see you in the DW12 here in a couple weeks at California.
Absolutely. See you guys.
Yeah. Well, Klendy, let's wrap her up. Final thoughts here from Nashville. Not exactly kind of what we thought would happen, but you know, the outcome in terms of how these cars handle on this track, this still isn't any better.
Well, I really didn't think it was that bad, and you did see a lot of different lines. I mentioned often about the unconventional attacks and defense structures we saw from the lines and racecraft from the drivers here on the track today. The undercut was in play. If the race had gone green, I think maybe Matty Sinclair gets a top 5, right? That's something that was taken from him just because people were too busy flirting with, going on dates with, marrying the apron or the outside wall.
Right.
Much to the chagrin of all the other competitors who thought they had a chance at trying something different, right?
Right.
So you get punished when you think you're going to be real smart. You end up getting punished and look real stupid. Happens to me all the time. But you know, it's a shame that this car sometimes you don't always see that battle at the front of the pack, right? Because the clean air matters so much that you get the best battles from 5th to 8th, right? But I felt that this battle that we got to watch today, 4th, 5th place for the first run of this race, was amazing. It was incredible. You don't get to see racing like that every day. I can see why Julian and others lament that it's not the same at the front of the pack. And hopefully tomorrow we'll get to see more of that sliding and slinging the wall and going all the way to the bottom for 1st through 5th as well. So stay tuned.
And we will. But that's it for today. Once again, your podium for the Loverns Inc. Nashville 175 from the Nashville Superspeedway is June Altena with a dominant win today. Is your winner, Liam O'Sullivan. The perfect wingman for the teammate, just keeping on his 6 the entire day, doing everything he needed to do to help his teammate win. He was there. He was that guy. He finished second. Edson Santos with about one of the best recovery drives of the day. Kind of got stuck in that early battle in the group there we're talking about, back for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th right there, and recovered with a little bit of pit strategy to come home 3rd. Join Clinton and myself again next on Friday, October 4th, 2024 for round 3 of Season 4 of the VOR ICONIC Series. The teams of drivers head to the late, great California Speedway in Fontana. Coverage, as always, will begin approximately at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, it's 3:00 p.m. Eastern. Remember, for the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything on YouTube at youtube.com and just search Velocity Online Racing. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game's not easy, so please help support us with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know your thought of tonight's race or today's race. And if you enjoyed today's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. And all those that participated in chat, namely if your name was Mark Murphy, thanks for participating. Interaction with everybody in chat always makes these races go by much more entertaining. I'll say that much. Or they turn out to be much more entertaining, that's for sure. So do that if you can. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so you miss out on more of Velocity Online Racing's other iRacing programming, including action from their IR18 Sprint and IndyCar Series. And that's IndyCar Series tomorrow night right here, same place, different time. That's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern. No, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern right here at Nashville. Right here on this channel will be the IndyCar Championship. So tune in for that. Again, 3 p.m. Eastern. Today's Nashville 175 is brought to you by Loverns Inc. Loverns provides professional services in renovation, remodeling, painting, and mold removal for government, commercial, and residential projects. For a quote or to learn more, like them on Facebook or visit their website at lovernsinc.com today. The link is in the description. The VOR ICONIC Series brought to you by IFS Personal Financial Planning. IFS Personal Financial Planning specializes in helping their clients make the most out of their savings with holistic financial planning that is tailored to their specific needs over the course of their lifetimes. On average, they've been working with their clients for over 20 years, helping them navigate the complexities of investments, the uncertainties of markets, and the ever-changing legislative landscape. To learn more, email Alexander Bonney at alex@ifspfp.com. That's ifspfp.com. And you'll find that email in the description, so use it today. Track cams for this race are promoted by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter. The links are in the description. For business inquiries to learn more about what they do at Velocity Online Racing, visit velocityonlineracing.com, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter. So for Klendy, everyone here at Velocity Online Racing, I'm Gary Godsoe saying to all, happy Friday, and thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here October 4th in Fontana for the next race of the Velocity Online Racing ICONIC Series. See ya.